You're listening to 182.3, Care What People Think.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Care What People Think podcast. I'm Ryan, joined by my co-host, Will, who's wearing a YouTube sweater. That's fucking awesome. Where will you work? And this week's episode is all about burnout, specifically whether you can be burnt out with some long-term career that's just in the back of your head, all the time, or by just what your fucking meal is at night. It could be literally waking up, that's your burnout. I don't know. Spoiler, you definitely can be burnt out by anything in this world. And we're going to talk about that. I'm burnt out from shaving, hence the mustache.
Nice.
But before anything, we talk about something we're proud of from the previous week. Spoiler as well, this is not the previous week. This is actually coming out. We recorded this at the beginning of August, and I am currently in Asia. So that is a whole nother thing.
How's the weather?
Dude, fantastic right now, bro. I'm sipping on my pina coladas, dude. Yeah.
That was one of my questions. Is literally,
How was Asia?
Yeah. No, it's like, you think now that you came back from Asia, do you think you're burnt out to you're excited to go back to work or no?
Oh, dude, don't even make me think about that. But yeah, no, right now I'm probably questioning my life and being like, shit, I have to think about work again. And I don't get a day off till February 2026. So anyway, I am very, very proud of myself because I took a huge step to plan this trip. And what I mean by that is I just kind of took it upon myself to wrangle everyone in. There's 6 of us going to Asia. It's these people travel too, but I was the one who was really making the calls. I was the one booking the things. And I felt like I was low-key just like a drill sergeant at times because I was doing all the fucking work at times. And again, a lot of fun doing it, but I'm very proud of myself because life can be exhausting. I work a lot. I have to eat food, and I actually planned a trip. I'm very proud of myself, and hopefully it turned out to be something really special. So
you come back with what you fucking get in Colombia. You're just shitting your brains out.
E. coli?
Yeah, you're just and now you got to go back to work. No sick days. The PTO is gone. Sorry.
Bro, if that's the case, dude, I'm literally having to work from home because I can't even take an unpaid day. That's what he said. I'm like, what is this communism? So
you're just throwing. Yeah, we literally said it 2 days ago. You're throwing up and you're still going to have to go. No, ironically, that was one of my questions. I wonder what you're going to think from your work perspective when you take a break, because I've been feeling recently you know me, I normally am someone that has a hard time relaxing and going on vacation. I have been feeling it, Mr. Krabs, where I'm like, fuck, I need a break. I need to go somewhere. I actually was I want to go on a cruise. Will's never been that much okay, I need to fucking get away. I don't know.
Your brain's working? Your brain's finally working, dude. Let's go.
Yeah. But I want, bro, especially the day I had yesterday, I did physical labor. I don't get paid to do physical labor. I don't want to, I had to fucking pick up and roll and set up 4 fucking bounce house shits and bro, it was a mess. No, I did have another question. Okay. Burnout, right? I did in that episode. Have you been burnt out before? And what was it on? I think I asked you this, and at the time you didn't have a burnout.
Whoa. A burnout just in life, or within the last year? Wait, what do you mean?
Okay. Yeah, in the last year. Have you been burnt out of? I've only been burnt out once, and so I feel like it's very easy to be oh, I'm burnt out, and then you just have coffee, and then you can at least coast through the day. That's not the burnout I'm talking about. I'm talking
I was burnt out in February, dude, because I moved out here in November. I was 3 months in, and I started 2 new jobs, had a ton of people to meet, was literally single until kind of the end of that 3 months. And then on top of it, poor as shit, always working to buy furniture as well, make my place somewhat of a home. Bro, everything was shoot pistols at my head, just 50 of them. And I'm like, what one is going to go off first? Straight burnout, dude. I was wanting to sleep in all the time, but I couldn't. So coffee did not help that. Coffee, it did not. How about you?
Okay. No, I was gonna say I definitely got burnout when I was streaming during college, and I think something that is to keep in mind because it relates to both of our situations. It's easier to get burnt out when you have to do shit you don't want to fucking do. Because I was streaming
True.
like crazy hours. I was streaming like 40 hours a week. I was working at Rap TV. I had a girlfriend. I was going to college. I was doing a lot. And I was just streaming because I literally did everything my chat told me to do, which is like really unhealthy actually. But that was the only thing that was working to like the degree I wanted to see the analytics.
You
I
were
guess,
just a
if that makes
puppet,
sense.
dude, basically, and people were just throwing money at you.
100%. I was just like, I will play this game if you want. I will do this, whatever. And then obviously that started to not work. And so then I started panicking and then I started getting burned out because I'm like, I don't even like this. So then I took hit me like a fucking KSI in 2017 creature break. I fucking dipped and just stopped streaming for like 3 weeks, which isn't even that long of a thing. But no,
I mean, I bet that 3 weeks was a huge help, though. Am I wrong?
Oh, 100%. It ended up shifting me to being like, I don't even like streaming as my main thing. I like YouTube as my main thing, and I would love to stream. Like, Perfect Life Will is me streaming and doing YouTube, but I am not going to put streaming over YouTube because I don't like it's not for me as my main thing. But oh man, I friggin' where to go, bro? I can't even read my own goddamn notes. I was this is the most fucking.
He's got the scribbles, dude. He's writing on paper and puts it in PDF format.
I just
can't read his own handwriting.
I just had to control F to my fucking 3 bullet points of notes. Okay, I said with burnout. Ryan, you said you can burn out from anything. Tell me one thing. What is something that if you had an infinite amount or you did an infinite amount of times, there would not be any consequences? Can you think of anything?
But there's physical and there's emotional burnout. And you actually got to agree with me on that.
Okay. Yeah.
So like, for example,
that's okay. If you could name like as a kid, Will was like, oh, if I like vegetables, fucking boom, unlimited vegetables. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Or
I don't think there's anything.
You could say
I genuinely don't think there's anything.
Let's go. That was the point of Will's short little TED Talk lesson. There is nothing. You can have nothing in an infinite amount of form.
Money.
And there are no consequences. Nope. That's
beer.
Happiness.
Yeah.
No, the point I was getting at is like the more you do something, you need to establish that healthy balance, because the more you do, what is, bro? I'm fucking flopping.
The more you do something, the less you are like grateful for doing it, I guess, or like, right? Or
I was gonna say the more you'll like hate it. Like if you do something so many times for many years, you'll just you'll not like it as much anymore. And obviously that can be a bad thing. Like if we record 15 podcast episodes in one day, will Ryan want to record another one tomorrow? No, he won't.
Will want to record another.
He doesn't want, maybe.
No, okay. That's because you're different.
No, I would definitely not. But like you need that balance. And I feel like that's that is the main part of, it's hard to say with burnout. Cause like you said, with emotional burnout, physical burnout, career burnout, like you need to push for balance.
Yeah, because like I could play soccer with you for literally 60 years. If I physically didn't get tired, I would never get emotional burnout. I would be so happy playing all the time with you. I'd be but my body would fail and I would have burnout physically.
That's so true.
Right?
Yeah, just
where I would eat a shit ton of chocolate and I would eat a fuck ton of candy, right? And I would just be so happy, but I'd have physical burnout and probably have diabetes. So
yeah. No, that's a good point.
Make a valid point. Everything take with a grain of salt. Even like when I was traveling last summer for 3 months, I was so grateful for that. And you would think nothing could go wrong, but genuinely there's somewhat of travel depression. Like you literally find yourself being homesick and being like, holy shit, I'm burnt out from traveling. It's a whole nother thing, right? I'm going to bring out a whole nother point. burnout outside of a job is so fucking real and not talked about, dude. Maybe when you are in a family or you have kids or something like that, people are like, okay, yeah, you have a stressful at home life. Even if
Mm.
you're single and don't have kids or whatever, dude, it is not instant relaxation. Maybe you could go on the couch and watch TV. Guess what? If you're living by yourself or, away from your parents, you're still probably having to make food. You're still probably having to cook. You're clean. You're probably having to run errands. A lot of
Yeah.
things to keep yourself sane. And so your body doesn't differentiate from your career stress and your life stress. Like you know what I mean? Like you just don't
Yeah.
relax immediately. That's so not talked about enough though, because the corporate life talks about, oh, well, you get this time off of work. You get after 6 and all the way till 8 a.m. That's not relaxation. That's survival. And then the weekends is also
2 days.
survival.
Be grateful. You get 2 days. It could have been 7.
It could have. Guess what? It could have also been 5. Or they could have been 5 fucking days
2.
off. Yeah, it could have been 2 days. Yeah, exactly. Like,
what even is a
what the
day?
fuck?
Who invented that?
What-
Come on.
Dude,
It could
exactly.
there could have been a year in a day. You know?
100%. Stupid. An hour could be a day, and a day could be a minute. Fucking minute could be a millisecond. I don't even know what we're talking about, but it's true. Time. Facts. No, Will, I have a question for you though.
Yeah.
This is kind of like a perspective shift question. This is kind of good. Do you think burnout in your early 20s feels worse because we're still figuring life out? Or do you think it's just the same for anyone at any age? And what I mean by that, or did you get the
Ooh.
question?
No, I got the question. That's tough. I thought you were gonna say, is burnout essential? I think in your 20s you are going to hit burnout at some point because you don't know what the fuck is going on. Because I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, damn, I used to be so much more stressed about if I was gonna get a parking ticket if I parked in a certain area, or if I was going to have the fucking water in the shower work or something. Like I literally you jump out of college and you have zero life experience. So you're on stress high mode all the time because you're like, I have nothing to base today off of. Like yesterday hasn't happened. And now that I've lived in my apartment for almost 3 years, I can be more confident in my decisions. So I feel like when you're, in your 20s, you're gonna hit a fucking wall. And isn't that like quarter life crisis? Like people make fun of it, but like it's literally a thing,
It's a thing.
especially with how fucking intensely terrifying it is now. Where it's like, did you see they did an interview with, was it Sam Altman or whatever? The guy that invented, that's probably not his fucking name. The guy that invented
The interview with
OpenAI.
Kim Jong-un?
No. The guy that invented OpenAI. And he was like, you know, I'd be like so pumped if I was a college graduate right now because the best time is right now to create anything you want. And everyone in the comments is like, oh, yeah, I'm so pumped. I got a piece of paper and I'm going to be replaced by a fucking bot in a year. Like
100%.
crazy. So I think, but that's
which
tough.
I'm down for if I'm making 80K a year. Give me my fucking 80K and I can work from home, which means lay on the couch. I'm down. I just need to be paid.
But like if you get like a midlife crisis type of thing, like say you're like 55 and you burn out of your career, that seems fucking terrifying because you've been doing the same thing for so long that having to jump ship, that seems.
But I think there's maybe more motivation at that point of your life. You still have a family, you still have kids, you still have like stuff, a lot more to pay for and not much to fall back on. Maybe it's not good motivation, but it's basically like scary, right? It's like, what the fuck is going to happen if I don't show up? Whereas if we do that now, we have our very fortunate parents to fall back on. And, our bosses might even like blink an eye and be like, okay, you took a day. Like he's in his 20s, whatever.
That would most likely happen. My goal is to not, I personally I'm so logical. Or not logical, literal. I literally go, if I ask for help, I failed, which is a bad relationship to have with asking for help. So I personally am like, I refuse to ask for help. Like that to me, you're like, it is an option. But
we were scared. Like we were growing up and I swear it was just these standards that were put on us, not even maybe by our parents, but we just kind of put on with school and stuff. And this is just kind of how our brains operate. But you're so right, man. Like it feels like the obligation to do right and to do perfect and to not ask for help is just like somewhat stuck in our heads. It's a terrible trait to have. Terrible.
Yeah. Um, I oh okay. This is I guess a bit more niche, but if you're like an artist or a creator or somebody, you just like expressing yourself in either music or painting or sculpting or whatever. This I thought was interesting with looking at burnout from like, man, I feel like a fucking English teacher. Episode burnout, and I'm sitting here with my fucking Prezi PowerPoint, being like, "What is burnout?" And then I go examples of burnout in real life. But
Will.
it's real. I feel like okay. I feel like every artist, you create a bunch of art. Maybe this is just a midlife crisis. Maybe I'm just describing midlife crisis. You do your job or you create a bunch of art. You do it for a fucking long time. You do it for so long, you get to a point where you're like, why am I doing this? Dun dun
Yeah.
dun. The song creeps in now because now you're like, there's no soul to anything I'm doing. Like, why the fuck do I go to work if I'm just gonna fucking come home and have 2 days off a week? What the fuck is the point of that? Then you reach a point, and then you reach a point. If we go back to my Prezi PowerPoint and examine Picasso during the blue phase, you go through a blue phase where you are trying to find why you do something. And then eventually there's probably a lot of, trials and tribulations, whatever. That's painful. You got to go through by yourself. And then you get back on track and you start doing either your job, you get a new job, you either get out of a relationship or you get into a relationship or you start creating more art. And now you know why you're doing what you're doing. I think I did just describe being like going your, you just described why you're living. But
Yep.
it was cool to see. I just thought of that today, driving back from my apartment to work on my break. Because
Wow.
I don't know. I feel like it's easy to miss the why. Like, why do I go to work?
No,
I don't know. Any
I
money.
think no, that's fucking great point you had there, especially just like spicing things up and having to take a break sometimes just to like, reframe your brain. And it's just kind of, I think, in human nature to like get burnt out. We're not meant to be grinding as much as we're grinding. Maybe we're supposed to be working as much as we're supposed to be working, but the fucking stress that we have with it is just ridiculous. So, yeah, I also just want to talk about like at my age, at Will's age, at 24, you're often juggling so many other things than your career, right? Like we moved across the country. Will might be fucking doing big moves in the future. I might be doing big moves in the future. Our social life, dating, finances, family obligations. These are just all like weight that I kind of feel on myself. And instead of like taking it all at once, I focus on small things at a time, but it obviously takes energy. And just that mix of like figuring it out and keeping it together can just make you burn out fast. So, honestly, like having this huge vacation to like Asia, the one that I'm currently in, and probably crying on my flight back to work. No, it's literally huge. Even Will saying like the cruise, it's normal to take a break once in a while. It's more than just a walk like outside your apartment. You can go on vacations if you're smart about it. And it is 100% like it's proven to help you out and recondition your brain to be like happier and more productive when you get back. So, yeah, I'm
No,
tired.
that's I feel I feel like it's also I wonder what the perspective would be like if we were like from a different country because America is so almost like romanticizing into the grind. You have to
Yeah.
grind. You just nonstop grind. Like I feel like in other countries, I mean, I'm a little biased because I just be seeing like YouTubers in the UK or something. They're just like, dude, people in the US just like they don't fucking stop working. Like
Yep.
fucking Rodashaw, go on a hike. Fucking do something with your life. Don't look at a screen for fucking 50 years, which I mean, that's kind of an L because I think everything is about to have a screen until we get okay. Technology's scary and it's an insane direction we're going in our lifetime. However, the second that fucking holograms get invented, I am eating that shit up. That's Star Wars.
Facts.
That's Star Wars. What? I will be
Yeah.
sitting there like a boomer is on a phone, and I'm just gonna be like touching shit just to fuck around with it. Build real Legos? Nah. I'll change it up every once in a while and build some holographic Legos. Because what do you mean I can touch them? Yeah.
It's
That I didn't have.
ridiculous. Like Wally was like low-key a joke, but we're actually just turning into fat pieces of shit that are going to be on a spaceship soon. So that's just crazy to me. And I mean, I
But everything
but
was free.
yeah, true, true.
That's not realistic.
That's true. You're right. Fucking
Shit.
handcuff me. Shit. Damn. I have a question for you, Will.
Yeah.
And this is a personal one. It's not that personal, but do you want, because I have two. I have one that relates to your personal life, and it's like a good question just to ask, or a scenario based question that you could go two ways with.
Okay. Ask.
Well, one scenario or
Uh,
lifestyle. I just
uh,
have a question for both.
j- just ask the first one that's on your list.
Fuck it. Fine. It'll be a personal one. I just want to give you the
Okay.
goddamn question. Damn. Whatever. All right. Outside of work, Will, this is
Yeah.
for you. Just a question for you. And it could be for Paris if you have her answer too. What drains your energy the most right now outside of work?
I mean, to say finances is probably too vague. Uh, but that would be number one. Main stressors. I, I just spit everywhere on my fucking screen. Like that's probably gonna be picked on my camera. I can't even hide it. Um. Okay, I don't want to get like really
Get deep.
broad. I'm trying. Like I
Oh.
know something that's like a constant kind of smaller stressor is getting fucking food, bro. Getting food 3 times a day into your mouth hole is fucking more stressful than I ever thought it would be ever. Like I don't know if I've told you this, but I told my mom and my brother and my dad when I was like probably 11. I went, when I'm so financially independent, the first thing I'm going to do with my money is I'm going to hire a private chef. Oh my God, that would be the biggest game changer. That's how you know I'm chilling. I will have a personal chef and I will have a chauffeur. Because from living in California, do you know how much time you fucking save by not having to park? When we take an Uber and we just get
So
dropped off and
much, I
shit,
bet.
so much time. That to me, I'm like that. Like my dream car is no car actually, because I'd rather just be like I'd probably go through a phase of buying like a dope car. But like at the end of the day, I'd rather have a chauffeur so then I can just if I have to get to and from places because I like being busy, I can do it more efficiently. And then
That's fair.
so I'd say food. That's a big one. Because I'm also out of food fucking right now, and I don't even know what I'm gonna do because I get paid tomorrow. So
I wish I could give you my food. I literally leave. Like I don't even need it. So I'm gonna knock on my neighbor's
Damn
door.
it.
I'm dead ass. And I'm gonna be
Really?
like, hey, do you want these eggs? And do you want the rest? I'm for real. Because
Eggs.
they're
That's like $45.
okay.
Damn it.
No, I literally told Grace, I was like, I'm seeing her tomorrow. I'm like, do you want the rest of my groceries? I literally forgot that I'm leaving for Asia for 2 weeks. So what the fuck? Why did I buy groceries a week before I left? I don't know. I'm a dumbass. Whatever. Dude,
What's the other one?
food is so fucking real though. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. The fact that I hardly ever get breakfast because I'm rushing out the door
Yep.
and I'm either packing it or I'm eating it rapidly before I leave. And it's usually the shittiest breakfast. It's like a waffle and eggs or something and like all scrambled and shit. But
Yeah.
on top of it, lunches are hard too because I don't want to spend money and it's hard to fucking leave work just to like make something or even bring stuff. It's hard to fucking meal prep. That's a whole nother thing. Bro, it's just facts. Facts. And don't even get me started with dinners. Don't even get me started. The cleanup, bro. Can we fucking
Facts.
chill, dude? Like,
Facts.
hello? If I don't even need a personal chef, just give me a personal fucking dishwasher person. Hand them plates, dude, and like fucking work them yourself. God.
You're like cutting boards? They're clean enough. It's fucking plastic or wood.
Yeah.
You're just
Yeah.
cutting raw meat on the same side.
I'm just
No,
like wiping the plates with my shirt. I'm like, fuck this shit, dude. I'm gonna use this tomorrow probably for the same meal anyway. Fuck
No,
this.
I still don't have a dishwasher. And I grew up with no dishwasher. So can you believe this? I am 24. I'm turning 25, the SpongeBob 25 this year, and I have never used a dishwasher. I don't even know how to use it. How do you use it? I've never used it.
You put the plates in and then click start after you add some fucking dishwasher shit. It's
I'll let you know
so
what's
much better, dude. I don't know how you've been hand washing.
It's motivating. I come home and I'm like, it is progression while I can kind of calm down because I'm cleaning. But okay, well, so
Denial, bro. Denial.
in 5 years
Denial.
I'll have to check back on that answer because I'm sure I will hate it. But
Denial.
like,
Denial.
maybe.
But do you want to hand wash your clothes?
No, no.
Okay, well, that's what a dishwasher does to your fucking plates. It just washes them. So
Oh my no. What was the other question? You were
my
gonna-
other one, it was scenario based. I think this is fire. Okay.
Okay.
Actually, I want you to close your eyes. Will, I want you to close. Bro was just looking at me. And yeah, for everyone that's not driving too, you can close your eyes. If you woke up tomorrow and your job was gone, you had no financial
You did
stress.
this last week. Oh, you did this
Yeah.
last week.
I know, but it's relating to burnout.
Okay.
Jesus. If you woke up tomorrow, your job was gone, no financial stress, no need to work, no nothing, right? Do you think you would actually feel less burnt out, or would life still fill that space with other stress?
Probably fill it with other stress because I feel like the human brain is like there's always more you can crave.
So you don't think
From
you would ever be
natural-
calm?
I would be calm, but like I think the percentage would switch. So like right now, like it would switch to being like if I didn't have a job but I was financially chilling, it would be like, oh lit. So now my stressors are not from bullshit I have to do. It turns into bullshit I want to do. So like I would just be working on YouTube like all day, all the time. So it's still work and a passion that I like doing, but it's different stressors that I'm willing to put up with. So it's
Okay.
more tolerable, if that makes sense.
That was my
Um,
point. Yeah, I think the human brain is just so fucking complex that whether we wipe everything, we're still going to think about something. Still going to burn ourselves out in some way. It's true.
There's this fucking dumb post on Instagram, and it was a teacher, and he was like teaching like second grade math, and he went up and it said like 1 + 9 = 8, and then it had 10 other problems of addition, and they were all correct. And the quote below, all philosophical, was like, "You see how everyone only got mad and corrected the one problem, but didn't even compliment the other 9 true facts that were on the board." I'm like, okay, we're grasping right now because if I saw a teacher for fucking second grade say 1 + 9 = 8, I would crash the fuck out.
Yeah.
It is
I would take a
true.
picture and take it to the principal's office and be like, "Get this fucking man out of here. What are you doing?"
There is like a point, but that's to an extreme. I think it would be tough too because I'd say the only other like bigger stressor is like literally the state of the world. So like that is not something that can be solved, and that I feel like it's just also like that's also just adulting. I feel like you understand
Yeah.
things, they actually impact you directly or they impact what you do. So like that can't be like changed. So I would, that's why I'm assuming the percentage would stay the same. What about you? I feel
Yeah,
like
no.
you'd wake up, you'd be like, let's go on a fucking hike. I'm gonna go on a bike ride. I'm gonna fucking drink a beer on the balcony, fucking look at the sunset. Then
Honestly, bro, I am pretty fucking like that. Yeah, I would 100% enjoy it for a couple of years, and then I'd be like, okay, what's the point of life?
years.
I would enjoy it for years because your boy would just be traveling in a car, dude, just fucking drinking, maybe smoking some kush, dude, just fucking
While driving.
vibing. Whoa, when did I say
said-
while driving?
You said I would be driving, drinking, and smoking.
Whoa, driving,
insinuates-
comma, drinking.
Oh, my bad. Also taking English class too.
I would be
Go back to school.
drinking, comma, driving, and drunk driving. And
Ah, there you go.
yeah, don't do that, kids. This is not a kids podcast, but whatever. No, but honestly, I think I'm just a little bit more like carefree, and I would find stuff to do that's not as tough on your brain, if you know what I mean, like a hike or fishing or literally driving around the country, whatever the fuck it is. That's just kind of who I am, carefree. And you're right. It would take me a little bit longer, but I have one last point. It's about good burnout. And I know that sounds stupid. It's not really a thing, but it can actually come from good change. I had good burnout in February. I was working so hard to what I wanted to do and who I wanted to be with, my relationship with Grace. And there were so many things that I was learning. I got burnt out, even though everything in my life was good, right? A busy personal life can drain you in many ways that you don't expect. And again, Grace, huge change, been single all my life. I put so much effort into her, and it's just inevitable, right? And just recognizing that your body is tired or you're emotionally tired, it can keep you from spiraling into this chronic exhaustion and just being even worse off. So again, taking breaks when you can, making sure you get outside, take a fucking cruise if your job allows you to. Do what you need to do to not, be in the deep end. And yeah, just don't be so hard on yourself.
No, that's true. Because definitely, like, life can just force you into a burnout and then just put you in a position that you didn't fucking know you'd be able to be in. And now you're chilling. If you're going to listen to one thing throughout this episode, remember burnout, it can be inevitable. Like Ryan said, it counts a little backwards, doesn't really make sense. But make sure to prioritize balance, because too much anything will get you to hate it, and or just you're not going to low key could just also be traumatic. And it can become really unhealthy for yourself. And it can start hurting you in ways you may not realize. Kind of sounds so cliche, but until it's too late. So remember, care what people think. We'll see you next week.
See you next week on 182.3.